Okay, so I just went and saw the new Ghost in the Shell movie. It's the first day that it was out. I went and saw the 5:30 show. I went and saw it with my friend Kacper, and we're both big fans of the animated series and the movies that came out. I don't remember when they announced it, but I heard about it around that time, and I was super excited to see it ever since then. And yeah, I was super excited to see it. I've been excited to see it for a long time. Me and my friends, big fans of the show. I've watched all the episodes multiple times. Like, it's one of those shows where I can kind of put it on, like before bed. Similar, in my case, it's similar to that 70s show. I watch that show all the time. Like, I know all the episodes off by heart and stuff. I'm not quite there with Ghost in the Shell, but definitely going to be there someday because I watch it so often. I actually have all the movies and all the shows, all the movies and all the shows just stored on my phone. Like, at any given time, like if I don't have data or anything like that, like if I'm on a plane, train, traveling somewhere, passenger in a car, like I will put that on and I'll watch it. I can't exactly say the same for the people who probably directed the movie. What really drew me into the show the first time I watched it originally was the geisha scene in the very first episode of Standalone Complex. The way that happens, and the whole episode just kind of pans out, and then there's like a big reveal at the end, that really drew me in. And then when I saw that they were going to do the geisha scene live action with like a bunch of actors and stuff, I was super pumped for it. But they didn't really pay that off in the movie. Another thing that was like a little bit weird about the movie is that they kind of focused on characters like a little bit differently than I would have thought. Like they have the Major is obviously the main character, and they have Bateau as like the secondary character, and that's fine. Like those two are the main leads. But like Togasa, who was huge throughout the show, in my opinion at least, like he was around a lot. There was a lot of character development with him and stuff like that. He's like notably absent for a lot of the movie, but they didn't really include him too much in the show. Like he was there for like some of the negotiations and stuff like that, but you didn't really see him in any of the action scenes or anything like that. And then Aramaki, so kind of strange. The only character in the movie that doesn't speak English. I think that they did the subtitles in a really cool way. Like every time he said something, like it just kind of popped up like anywhere on the screen somewhere, like wherever it kind of fit in the frame, and that's cool. It wasn't difficult to read or anything like that. But as important of a character as Aramaki is in the show, to kind of just give him like little quips and like one-liners, which kind of fit in with his character in the movie. But otherwise, like, it's not like he didn't really do anything. Like, in the movie at least, he wasn't really in control of everything. Like, he wasn't as collected and like knowledgeable as he was in the show. Like in the show, it's almost like he knows how everything is gonna end, and he just kind of like does things, and then everything kind of happens according to his plan or whatever. Whereas like in the movie, there was kind of like an emphasis on how he doesn't have control, he's not doing this or whatever. Like the Major is just kind of off doing her own thing, and he can't tell her what to do or anything like that, or like give her orders or anything, because she's just not going to follow them. And the way they did subtitles, it was interesting. I think that's probably a good way. Like I wouldn't mind seeing other movies do subtitles in a similar way, or TV shows even, because like it was really dynamic. I liked it. But like, and his character too, for Aramaki, like he pretty much has very laid back, like he's always like kind of slouching on a desk or something like that. And then he was in like one action scene, which was also kind of strange. Like, he does do action scenes in the show and stuff like that, but like, the fact that they had an Aramaki action scene and not a Togasa action scene, really, like, I'm just like, okay. The acting was like kind of mediocre. Like it was all right. I'm not just like overall, I'm not hugely impressed with the movie. It didn't really like pay off any fan service to me. Like, at this point, I feel like I kind of just need to go back and watch the whole show again, just to kind of like settle myself down from all of this excitement. That just kind of, it's like half paid off. Like, it's kind of cool that I got to see those characters on the big screen played by real people and stuff like that, but like, you know, maybe I just had such high standards with the anime and like whatever, like, you know, I wonder, I'm curious to see what somebody who didn't watch the show might think about the movie. That, you know, that might be an interesting perspective, but, you know, being a person who's watched the show and then now watched the movie, I am just like, I don't know, I feel like I have gained nothing. Also, I parked here because it's getting dark out and I don't really have a space to record myself right now, so my car is my best place. So I'm parked here, and I didn't really realize at the beginning, but I'm parked next to a sign, and it's like cycling, and it goes onto like a red part every now and then.